So I figured it'd be a good time to tell you all about the time that I almost burned my woods down. And I really thought it was going to burn down too. At the time I was living in the northern Midwest, and I live in Southern Virginia, but at the time I was living up there. Middle of January, 18 inches of snow on the ground. It was about 12 degrees that day. It was going to get down to like negative 20 or colder that night. I had a fire going just like I do here. And on the edge of the woods, about 10-15 feet away, I had a wood pile of alum and stuff that wouldn't split that we didn't put in our wood stove. We just burned it in the pit outside, you know. That pile was about 10 feet wide, 4 feet deep, 4 feet high. Pretty good sized pile of wood. And it was kind of damp, you know, from the snow and stuff we had. So it was just it would just smolder like this says here. It was about 11:30 at night, and we had been burning some wood in the pit, and I just put 3 more logs on. They were burning, and I was like, you know, I'm going to bed. It was cold. 18 inches of snow on the ground, damp wood pile. Nothing's going to happen, you know. Well, what I didn't realize is that we had a little bit of wind that night, and I woke up about 1 o'clock in the morning, take a whiz, and I see a huge orange glow out my bathroom window. I'm like, what the hell? Lit up the whole yard. Whole yard was lit up. And I'm looking out the window and hear the whole goddamn wood piles engulfed in flames, the whole thing. Burning like hell. Tree next to it, this one is here, was burning halfway up. Trees next to it were just smoking, getting ready to engulf in flames. And I'm like, oh shit, you know. So I ran outside to the hose spigot. You know, it's negative 20 outside or colder. It's froze. There's no water coming out of that damn thing. So I ran to the shed, grabbed a 5-gallon pail. House is about 30 yards away from this wood pile. And I'm in my PJs, a t-shirt, and my slippers like I am here. And I'm carrying 5-gallon pail after 5-gallon pail from the bathroom tub out to this fire. And I can only get like 10 feet from it because it's so hot. Heaving them in there. First dozen pails, they just vaporize into steam. You know, so hot. I'm like, I really don't want to call the fire department and deal with all that. And I sure as hell didn't want my woods to burn down, the neighbor's woods, and burn whatever hell else was going to burn down its way. So I'm like, if something don't happen here quick, I'm going to have to call someone. So after about 30 or 40 trips with that 5-gallon pail of water, it finally calmed down. It was now a smoldering pile of embers. It was still hot, but it was done burning. And I threw about 20 more pails on it. And I never went to bed that night just because I was worried about it, you know, popping back up and flaming. So yeah, never would have thought it would have happened. 18 inches of snow on the ground, damp wood pile. I never would have thought it would have happened. But what I should have done, just put water on it, put it out. Of course, I was boneheaded, never would have thought it would happen. So I always keep a hose nearby, and yeah. It's middle of June. July is right around the corner. We all like a good campfire, sit around, but just be vigilant, be aware of your surroundings, and just put the thing out when you're gonna leave or go to bed, because shit happens. Yeah, I almost lost my woods that night, thank God, but that's the time that I almost burned my woods down. So anyway, be safe and enjoy the summer, guys.